Welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to share what I'm calling my hair transformation. I just could not fathom the fact of losing my hair. It was extremely overwhelming. And in this picture, you can see what my hair looked like before chemo. It was long. My hair had always been long, all throughout my adult life. And in this picture, it shows my hair was starting to gray around the front of my face. It was down in the middle of my back. And I will never forget how I felt the first time I pulled the hair pick through my hair and a wad of hair got stuck in it. I felt numb. I had seen in movies cancer patients combing their hair and their hair falling out. But this was real. It was happening to me. About the 10th day after chemo, my hair started to fall out. I was amazed. I did not know it would happen that soon. And one day in particular, I could not believe how much came out. I ended up placing the hair on the side of my bathtub in order to just keep track. I know this looks kind of gross, but I could not believe how much fell out in one day. My daughter lives about 3.5 hours away, and she decided to come for a visit, and she enjoys cutting hair, so she offered to cut my hair. I wanted to keep my ponytail as a memory of how long my hair had actually gotten, and also to remember what the color of it was. I was really impressed with how she cut it. She cut the ponytail off and then continued to cut the hair into what I thought was actually a nice haircut style. I was able to wear the shorter haircut for about a week, and then it just began to fall out too much. I was really embarrassed when my hair fell out. Not all of it fell out, but almost all of it. There were just straggles left. And I decided to cut the straggles off. I cut it closer to the scalp. I chose not to shave it off because I had been told that some people who do, it really causes scalp irritation. So in preparation for me to lose my hair, I purchased many head coverings, and I tried to get different styles and colors so it would help coordinate, what I wore with my head coverings, in hopes that that would make me feel a little bit better. I also eventually bought 4 wigs. I thought, people gonna know I lost my hair, so we're gonna switch it up and just kind of have some fun with it. So I want to show you now what I ended up purchasing and what I used in order to make me feel a little bit better with how my head looked. Okay, I have an array of head coverings and my wigs, and I want to show you my head coverings I did first. I used to wear baseball caps a lot before I lost my hair. So I bought this particular one, and it has a bow back here. And it worked okay until I really lost all my hair. And then it was hard to wear it because it was like you saw too much of your scalp here. But that was one variation that I had done. In the beginning, I wore a lot of scarves like that. In fact, I had a person that works in my building whose relative had a lot of colorful bandanas, and I would wear some of those also, but I have a bigger head than she did, so some of them it was hard to fit. But there was, if I wore black, that is what I would wear with black. If I had on blue, this was a scarf that I wore with that. This right here is the one that I wore the most. I liked how it had a little bit of a bow, just to make it a little more decorative. I often wear this one to actually do my chemo in. And I've got another one, the exact same style, only in that color. So if I was wearing clothes closer to that, I would take and wear that one. And then I had a lot of gray, so I bought this one, but it didn't have the pretty little bow, but it was okay. And then I have two like this, one black and one brown. And instead of doing it back there, a lot of times I switched it up and put this on the side to help make it look a little better. And I've got, like I say, I have a brown one identical. So I had a lot of different colored head covers that I wore, and it really did make me feel a lot better to be able to color coordinate. And I had people comment about it. And then in the winter time, I liked this one. It had like flowers and buttons up there, but it was warm, and so it would help keep my head warmer in the wintertime. And then as the weather started to get a little bit warmer and my hair was growing out, I wore the baseball cap a lot because my hair was growing out and you wouldn't see my bald head, but the hair wasn't long enough for me to feel comfortable. Like right now when I'm filming this, my hair is probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. It's coming in really thick and a little bit curly, but it just doesn't look good enough to style it, but it looks fine to wear it underneath a hat. So most of the time in the beginning, I wore the head coverings. Part of the reason was the wig that I bought first, which is this one, it has a lace front, and so right along the front, it's like lace, so it makes it look more natural, but it dug into my skin and it actually hurt me when I didn't have the hair. So what I've got on is the very first wig I bought that cost about $500, and that's the one that insurance helped to reimburse. And then, let's see, which one did I get? This one is a real long one, and my husband bought it for me for my birthday because my hair had been long, and we thought maybe that would make me feel a little bit more normal, but we switched up the color and got it a little bit lighter. Some days I like it, other days I feel a little bit funny in it, but I think it is really pretty how it lays. The next one I got is more blondish, but straighter and shorter. And something I learned, you have to be very careful when you're cooking that you're not over hot burners or steam, because the edges of this one, actually I kind of damaged it some. And the only thing I can think of is I was over like boiling water or something on a pan. Well, by this time I had 3 of them, and I decided, I just want to switch it up a little bit. And my daughter saw this one, and I actually liked another one better. So I bought mine, these 3 online, and I took the catalog around in order to be able to get people's opinions. And this was the consensus. This was the one that the majority of the people really liked. It's a lot straighter, and it was closer to the color I had. So it's been fun, but I'm getting to a point now that it's nice to be able to wear wigs because you don't have to take and put your hair up in curlers and do a lot of styling. But some days it's hot, if it's hotter out, and to me it's just easier putting the baseball cap on. But it's been interesting, and it's a lot better than me going around with a bald head. Something I did want to share with you is that my hair thinned basically all over or fell out. And but like I had shared earlier, a couple good things was it didn't take long for my, when I washed my hair to dry it. Until recently, I didn't even have to use a blow dryer. And I went months without shaving, which was definitely a blessing too. So This episode's been a little bit different, but you actually got to see, part of what I got to do during this journey. So I want to thank you for coming on this journey with me. And I want to leave you with scriptural encouragement like I always do. 1 Peter 5:7. Give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you. Even though losing my hair was difficult, all I could do was give the situation to God. I knew He cared for me. And as a result, He helped me make it through the situation and to make the best of a difficult situation. So I hope you will continue with me on this journey, where next time I'm going to share about my heart scare. While I was in the process of the 16 chemos, another challenge arose, which really scared me. So join me next time to learn more about those details.